Hello, hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you, wherever you are. Some people have questions that makes me questions, and some others says he doesn't answer any question or something like this. So I will try to explain why I am not answering questions. So the people that usually helps me to to help the others to know everything. So you have what to answer to them. Okay. So this is another thing. About the questions. Some people that does the questions. Okay, I don't answer the questions like oh, someone did this question, I answer that question. I take the question and I answer it inside the video, inside the explanation. So I usually do that when I am speaking. So so if you have any questions, try to pay attention. Maybe I am answering it as I explain the topic. Okay, and sometimes if I don't answer them, maybe it's because I did in other videos. So, and of course, there are sometimes very interesting questions that I would love to talk about, but they are not related to the topic. Okay, so I am trying to follow a line. Okay, follow a concept, a pattern of all the explanations. So so this is why I don't take other questions that are not related to the main idea of what the project is talking about. Okay, remember that this is I'm not doing these videos to explain things, questions or those kind of things. I'm doing these videos explaining a specific pattern of our also, just for you to know, when all this ends, the I Am project ends in 2022, of course, I will keep doing this, not every day, but maybe once a week. And in that moment, I will be interacting and answering your questions, because we will not have a specific timeline to follow. Okay, so it won't be necessary to follow a structure. Okay, so next year for sure we will be able to do that. So I'm sorry if some people think that what I'm doing is very egocentric or selfish, because I'm just speaking my own point of view um, and whatever, doing this, no interacting with you or so on. But as I said, I'm trying to follow. I'm trying to follow a pattern for this year that I need to do. So I'm sorry. This year will be like that. And in 2022 and on, we can do whatever, no structure. So let's begin with the topic for today, which is the feet, ankles, related to our topic, which is the planet Jupiter. For me, Jupiter, after the Earth, is the most beautiful planet of the solar system. So for sure you have seen images of Jupiter like this, which is very beautiful, but many of these pictures are like done with different photographs and so on. And I put today in the blog a picture of the planet that was taken, I guess, that by the Cassini, I don't know, I don't really know the name, something was taken, and it's so beautiful that really, as I wrote today, it seems like a Van Gogh painting. It's amazing. Is art. This planet is art. So this planet is the biggest of the solar system, but is made up with gas. That's the size of the Earth aside Jupiter. Very small. So for sure, the most incredible image that you have seen from Jupiter has like one eye, like a big eye, and that eye is a hurricane. Really, it's not an eye; it's a hurricane. Now it's disappearing, but it's so big that 3 Earth can be inside that hurricane, this storm. So it's so huge that in between 3 or 4 planets, Earth can fit inside that storm. So the planet is so gassy that that even the nucleus is only liquid. So is basically the whole nucleus is liquid, and it doesn't have a surface like Earth. It is only liquid that starts to go to become gas in the atmospheres and different kinds of atmospheres. This planet is all made up with gas, completely gas. The liquid in the nucleus and gas on the different atmospheres. So the different atmospheres are moving really fast in the planet, which is what you can see here with the layers of Jupiter. You can see the different layers. And why they are created like this is because of Coriolis effect. Coriolis effect is the spinning of the planet, the spinning on its own axis, how it moves all the atmospheres around. Then you can check it more in the internet, but basically the Coriolis effect is the one that makes the storms move in one side in the north and in the other side in the south. When you see how, if you see a map in the internet, when they show how the atmospheres, the clouds move in the planet, you will see that in the north they are going that way, and in the south they're going this way. So this is because of the spin of the planet and how the atmospheres are moving around. This is also why the seas, the currents of the seas are also moving one way and moving the other way in the south. So that's because of the spinning of the planet. And this planet spins so fast that the Coriolis effect is really fast. And also it's also not only fast, but also is gas. So that's why the whole planet doesn't have like us mountains and plants to oceans to treat different this Coriolis effect. So it's all gassy. So that's why you can see the layers of different gases organized according to its weight, okay, its density. So that's why you can see like layers of a cake in Jupiter because of this fast movement. So you can see how some of them goes that way, some of them comes this way. So it's really beautiful how you can see this effect. And it's so fast that the spinning is so fast that it creates many storms. So the winds in this planet is 300 kilometers per hour and 500 kilometers per hour. So it's really heavy. It's all gas, so nobody can live there, but it's very heavy. But of course, this planet is impossible to live, not only because of the winds, but also because the entire atmosphere is made of hydrogen and helium. Okay, so it's impossible. So also you have ammoniac in the atmosphere, sulfur, hydrogen, I guess. So it's impossible to live, basically, to have life. So it's so fast. Coriolis effect is so fast because of the movement of the planet that it is the fastest planet on the solar system. It turns on its axis in less than 10 hours, 9 hours and 50 minutes, 10 hours. So Earth is 24 hours, Jupiter only 10. So that's fast. Okay. So this planet is so big that it's like kind of a second sun for us. We could say that the sun, of course, is the most important because everyone is related to the sun. But in such a way, somehow we are also bounded by the gravity of this planet somehow. So even if we are all related to the sun, this planet is also affecting us in a way. It's like telling us that there is an important path towards Jupiter. So this planet, even if it is so big, this planet is not was not considered as big in the past, because from our point of view, the people in the past saw this planet in the same size as a star, okay? But it was a little bit smaller than Mars, so it was behind. So for the people in the past, they perceived the planet as something that was like walking through the stars, and it was something important, but it was taking care of the skies. It was behind Mars and Venus, which we already spoke about. So they saw that it was a very important light in the universe too. It's because of its light, its presence, that they thought it was important to name this planet with the one taking care of the light, bringing the light and guiding us in the light. So because of this, let's go to try to understand why they decided to name this planet as Jupiter. I remind you this again as always. For the ancient ones, the gods were not people, but they were concepts that hold on it many other objects of the earth. Gods were what we can name today archetypes. So, for example, something that we use a lot in our daily life is to behold the different people as if it is only one. Like, for example, saying the mothers. There are many mothers, many women that are mother in the planet, but we say usually the mother. Okay, the mother in the planet Earth, they does this, that. So it's like a singular concept speaking about many other concepts. Okay, many other objects. So, for example, we say the mother, the father, to relate that. So eventually we start to speak about the spirit of all the mothers as the mother. And that's how it comes, as much we use it, it comes to become the divine mother, the divine father, and so on. And that's how we create the divinity. Sorry, the cat is playing with the computer. It's just that I have the computer on one of the things where the cat plays that moves like this. So, bueno, what I was saying in Spanish is that the origin of the name, divine, comes from the idea from the ancient people that they thought that all these concepts were bringing light, were bringing awareness, were bringing clarity. Okay, so because of this, they started to call the day of the wisdom, the day of the beauty, the day of the war. So because of this clarity, they named the divinities as the day of, or the light of. Okay, so in the European languages, you name this light, you name it Yewo. Yeo. So Yeo is the one that originates the word diwa. That gives divine. So we will have two currents of the word Dieu. One Greek, the other one Roman. So in Greece, they will call Dieu as Zeus. In Rome, they will call Dieu as Iois. Iois. So who was Zeus? The god of the ray, the god of light. Who was Iois? The god of sky, the god of the heavens, of the light. For the Greek people, Zeus is the father of all gods, because the light originates everything. God is light. Maybe you have heard this before. Iois, for the Romans, is the god that guides the Roman Empire to the light, to be victorious. Is the father of all the others. Okay. Zeus is the word that originates Dios, Deus, which is God in Spanish, in all the Roman languages. So every time that we say God in Spanish or any Roman languages, we are saying Zeus. The Greek concept of the father of light, the god of light. So for both of them, from the Greek and the Romans, Zeus, Jovis, were the father of light. So in the Indo-European language, father, you will say Pitar. In English, we say father, that comes from Pitar. So when we want to say the father of the light, how do we say it? Jupiter. Does it sound familiar? Jupiter. Jupiter. Jupiter originates from the word the father of light. So in the past, let's go to the very origin of our humanity again. When we were animals and we started to be nomads, okay? So we started to walk around to the horizons. So we had two different concepts here. The male, the alpha male, and the female alpha. I don't know how to say it in English. So we had the alpha male that was the one going ahead, opening the path, because they were nomads. So they were trying to move to the horizon and to open the path. And behind there was the female alpha that was the one taking care of the family. And now I will again try to say this. Don't think about males being over the feminine here. We are speaking about the ancient way of seeing the things. For the antiquity, the female alpha was the most important thing. It was the sacred feminine. Without the feminine, there was no humans. There were only three. They needed to have much more. So if the female was in front, opening the path, anyone or anything can kill her. And without feminine, no humans. So this is why we have to understand that it's not about why the women has to go behind. They were behind because they needed to be protected, because otherwise no humans. Okay, so it's important to understand this, that is, don't think about that with the point of view from our civilization. Okay, today we have to go back. This is not how do you say patriarchal civilization or the basis of the patriarchal civilization. This is protecting the most sacred thing, which was the feminine. Okay, so now we see this. Why the father became the light? Because what was the concept that could unify all the fathers, the alpha male, that were guiding the people through the horizon? The way in which they could be all together in one concept was the sun. Because the sun is the nomad aspect of someone that goes out from the horizon, goes up and goes all around the skies and then goes down in the west. So it was guiding all the nomads people. So that's why for the nomads, the father of light was in the sky, was the sun. So that's the origin of our Lord, our Father, which is in the sky. Who is in the sky? So that's the concept of that Father being in the sky, and the Mother on the earth, because they had to stay in the caves. So this is the concept of history of how we put the Father in the sky. It was a nomad concept. Okay? That's why we started to call God as a father in the sky. And that's why Jupiter, the father of the light, is the one that guides us as nomads into the horizon to seek for something that is set, put there in front, ahead. And in Latin, we say this proposit, something that is put in front. Proposit is the origin of the word purpose. This is why we relate the Father of light with the one guiding us to find the purpose of our existence. And this is why we named in the past to that light in the sky, guiding us in the horizon, as Jupiter, to guide us towards the purpose. So let's remember this again. The idea of a divine mother and a divine father is just a projection of our human point of view towards the universe. And is this why we humans do this? Alpha y omega, alpha y omega. This alpha here is mom. Mom. This is to be born, birth. Mom, birth. This is to grow. In the concept of antiquity, mom gives me birth and helps me grow. This is the feminine path. And then we will go through the masculine. This is reproduce. And where it goes to dad, to the father. ¿Cuál es esto? Morir. To die. This is the circuit from the mother to the father, and once I die, I go back to be born. This is the cycle of life. There is a part that is ruled by the feminine and a part ruled by the masculine. Being female or being male, doesn't matter. What this means, that we come from the mother and we go to the father. Have you heard that sometime? I come from the mother, I go to the father. I come from the birth, I go to die. So if I come from the mother, from the womb, from the uterus, and I see in front of me in the proposite, in the purpose, I will find the path of the of death, the end, the father. So this cycle is something that is living in our cells from the very beginning, before we were animals. We have been produced by this cycle. So our mother creating us, making us grow, and then we had to follow the father, where the father said where to go. This cycle makes us go through a process of transcendence that makes us come back in the next term. So because this cycle and how we repeat it once and again, this cycle get us attached to the idea that we always have to accomplish something in front, that we need to go to do something, to follow what others are saying, that we have to accomplish a purpose in our life. Is a constant cycle that got stuck in our cells. Is a programming. Is in this way in which we humans created the idea of purpose. And from living it with our bodies, it came into our psychology, which comes from the Greek word psyche, that means soul. When we do something many times, repeat it once and again, it becomes a mechanism, a programming. Once and again. As you see here, we are the only animals that had created psychologically the idea of purpose. So there is nothing in nature, nothing in the cosmos that creates the idea of the purpose. Only we do. We had made the purpose into a reality because of the repetition of looking something that is in front. So this purpose, it doesn't matter if you don't have a father in this life. It doesn't matter if you don't know where you're going in this life. It's a programming in your cells, in your body. It's genetics. It's there. Okay? So, what is the purpose then? So basically, the purpose is a biological system that helps us to move forward. When we are unaware of our inner power of creation, we need the purpose in order to move forward. And maybe this sentence is very heavy for me, for myself, for everyone. And this is because our entire existence has been built in order to find a purpose. And now the question would be, is it wrong to think about the purpose if it doesn't exist? No. The answer would be, it's because of the purpose that we exist. Have you noticed that is the opposite? That is not that we exist because there is or we have a purpose, but we exist because of a purpose. That's why I am the purpose. This is why the only way in which we can keep existing, keep expanding ourselves, is by creating more purpose. If we don't put the intention of a purpose, the idea of a purpose, we don't have any meaning in our life. Until I don't realize myself that I am the origin of my own purpose, I will be living the purpose of others. And the last thing to understand is that we are all one. We are not separate beings. So it doesn't matter from which dimension I am receiving a purpose, if the sixth dimension, the seventh dimension, it doesn't matter if there are beings telling me what to do. All of it is my own, because there's no time, no space for the I am. So it is my own self projecting purpose of my own self. So there are no beings in other dimensions telling me what to do. It's my own self in different levels of consciousness reminding me what I was willing to do. See? I know there are many things, but each one at its own time. So is there a purpose? No. But I am the key to create the purpose. Take a deep breath, relax that we are nothing. Like one brother of my grandfather used to say, we are nothing. And precisely that is the key to become everything. The biggest freedom that one can have is to acknowledge that it's myself who creates the existence. And that path is really hard, because that's the path of the solitude. And this is why tomorrow we will face the one that is the solitude, which is the sun, the solar. Let's go to the information for today. the vibration for today is dual. The statement for today is, I am the balance of the walkers. The quote for today is spring. After ether comes the blooming of life with water, element that represents the temporary process of spring. This concept doesn't refer only the moment of vegetal blooming, but that in all the planets, the spring period is understood as the moment of expressiveness where an emerging process, whether it's mineral, vegetal, or animal, occurs. Let's go to the alignment. Sit comfortable. Close your eyes and concentrate in your breathing. I become aware of the body I find myself in, here and now, becoming aware of the room I am in, the house, the building, the village, the city, the country, the continent, and even the planet. As I take a deep breath, I become fully aware that I am present inside this body, touching it, caressing it, stretching it, and becoming fully, plentily in this body. I take a deep breath and I expand, becoming the room. I take a deep breath, expanding me and becoming the house, the building. I take a deep breath and I expand myself, becoming the village, the city. I take a deep breath and expand, becoming the country. I take a deep breath and expand, becoming the continent. I take a deep breath and I expand, becoming the entire planet. I am the earth. And I see in front of me the light of the sun surrounding me, feeling the heat of it in my skin. I feel the moon surrounding me, contemplating around me Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Behind the asteroid belt, I see Jupiter and Saturn, and beyond Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. I am the entire solar system. I extend my arms towards Jupiter, and I grab this planet, this huge planet, between my hands, bringing it in between my feet. I take a deep breath as I perceive how all its gases are absorbed by my ankles. I recognize here that Jupiter in the skies represents the purpose of my soul, as here my ankles represent the purpose of my life. I take a deep breath and I make myself the question, whom I am the purpose of from. Am I living the life that others were willing to live? Am I perhaps the purpose of my biology, of the history of my family? Am I perhaps the purpose of my soul, of the history of myself? Or am I the purpose of my spirit, out of time and space. I recognize I am the result, the purpose of all existence. And I recognize I am part of that existence. I am part of the being that have designed this purpose that I am. I am the creator of my own self. I am the purpose. And this is why I am free to manifest a new purpose for me. So I make myself the question, what is my purpose? Take a deep breath. And I set the intention. That I am the purpose of all the path that I am. I am the purpose and the path of all the walkers throughout the time and space. Take a deep breath, and I resound. I am the balance of the walkers. I am the balance of the walkers. I am the balance of the walkers. I know I am the purpose. I am wisdom. Take a deep breath, and from your feet, start to bring this consciousness throughout all your body by caressing, stretching, and yawning. And each one at its own time comes back here and now. Thank you everybody for being here, as always, and see you tomorrow at the same time to close the month of Aquarius.